Hello, boys and girls. This week in media, Mrs. Woods and I are going to talk about the highest and grandest law in our land. It's called the Constitution. Did you know our Constitution has a September birthday? Maybe you have a September birthday or know somebody who does. Today, there are 50 states, but back in 1787, only 13 states existed. It was that same year that 39 important men signed the most famous legal document in the world, our Constitution, creating the law of the land. The men who worked on the Constitution that summer became known as the Framers. They wrote a list of rules for everyone in our country to follow. The Framers worked hard for over 2 months to make sure the words they wrote would be just right. Finally, on September 17, 1787, the Framers agreed the words of the Constitution would form a more perfect union, and they signed the document into law and made it official. Every September 17th, the United States celebrates the birthday of our government. This year, the Constitution turns 233 years old on the 17th day of September. The Framers wrote the Constitution to form a balanced government to protect and benefit everyone, because a balanced government is equal power.
Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to remain.
The Constitution is divided into several sections. The first part is called the Preamble. The Preamble explains who is writing the Constitution and why.
It's our future to save. This land of the brave. The U.S. of A.
The second part of the Constitution explains how our government works. It was very important to the Framers that they established balance of power so that no branch of government is more powerful than the others. So there are 3 branches of government that all have equal power. There's the legislative branch, which includes Congress. The House of Representatives and Senate is part of the legislative branch. Then there's the executive branch, which includes the president and vice president. And the judicial branch, finally. They are made up of the Supreme Court and also federal and state courts. The third part of the Constitution is called the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is a list of amendments or additions that the Framers thought were very important to add. These additions name the rights or freedoms that all Americans are guaranteed. The Constitution protects us and helps keep us free still today. The Bill of Rights were added to the original Constitution about 4 years after the Constitution was written. Hey boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that video. There's only a few more slides that I want to go over. I think it's very important, if you're looking at your screen right now and you're looking at those sentences, that basically sums up all the things that you need to know about the Constitution. The Constitution, if you look at the first sentence, the Constitution is the law for me. I have to follow the Constitution. And the second sentence says, the Constitution is the law for the United States. If you live in the United States, you must follow the laws of the Constitution. And the Constitution was written to protect you. If you look at the third sentence, it says, the Constitution is still the law for all of us. So it's the law for me, and it's the law for you. And finally, that last sentence says, the Constitution is the law of the land. I hope that you practice writing the Constitution. You can freeze your computer and copy those sentences if you want to. I think it's fun to celebrate Constitution Day. This year, Constitution Day is on a Thursday, and I just want you to think about what are some laws that you obey at home, and what are some laws you obey at school, and what are some laws maybe you've broken before, and why are laws important? And finally, boys and girls, if you look at your screen right now and you're looking at the video, to learn more about our Constitution, you can check out all these links. We're going to give you lots of time to look at these and click on them, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do that in the next part of this video. Hey boys and girls, if you're watching this video, kiss your brain, you're a genius. You found me. Also, it's probably your media time right now. I'm Miss Byrne, and Mrs. Woods and I work together in the Media Center, and you have probably seen our videos before. And this week, our video is all about the Constitution, and next week we will Zoom with you. So I just want you to know that kindergarten, first and second graders are expected to watch this video and any other work that's in your Google Classroom. And next week, Mrs. Woods and I will check in with you on Zoom at your media time, and we will do lessons with you that way. So every other week will be a video or live with us on a Zoom. So when you are watching one of our videos, sometimes our videos might not last the full 30 minutes, and that's okay. Mrs. Woods and I have built in time so that you can visit some of the links that we post with our videos, or you can read silently for a couple of minutes, or maybe we demonstrate or model a strategy with you, and then you can practice that until it's time to rejoin your classroom with your regular teacher. So no worries. Also, I wanted to mention that if our videos are not 30 minutes long, it's okay to take a bathroom break. It's okay to get a glass of water. In fact, I encourage you to drink a lot of water throughout the day because, you know, you have to have some fuel for your brain and stay hydrated. So if you want to grab a healthy snack, feel free to do that as well. But this week is pretty cool because all students are learning about the Constitution. And I'm not just talking about all students in Allen Park. I'm talking about all students across America. And so it's not even a choice, it's a must. So if something is a must, it means it must be important. And the Constitution really is important, boys and girls. If you watch the video about the Constitution, you know it's 233 years old. That's pretty old. You would think it's not important anymore, but it is. It's the law of our land, and we have to follow it. So it's pretty important. And if you're still not sure what the Constitution is, I invite you to go back and rewatch my video, okay? That's for Mrs. Woods and for Miss Byrne's class this week. Also, we're going to go over the links to the websites with extra practice. And this week I thought it'd be fun to demonstrate a reading and writing strategy and game that I like to play. It's called word building. And word building is kind of cool. I'll show you what I mean. In one of the PDF files that I'm including in your Google Classroom this week in media, there will be something that looks like this. And if you have a printer, you can print it out, okay? And what word building is you take a word and you break it down into smaller words. And so it's kind of fun. So you would cut the letters out, the letters of the word Constitution. It's 12 letters long, C-O-N-S-T-I-T-U-T-I-O-N. Those are the letters in Constitution. You cut them out, and then you try to make little words out of big words. And that's what good readers do anyway, right, boys and girls? They find little words inside big words. And that is a great reading strategy and a lot of practice. Now, training your brain is very important. So you have to play games like this to get really good at it. And if you don't have a printer, I'll show you what I do instead. You can take an index card, fold it in half, or cut it in half so you have little pieces of paper like this. Then you can write one letter on each piece of paper, okay? So it has to be the letters in the word Constitution. So C-O-N-S-T-I-T-U-T-I-O-N. I think I spelled that wrong. C-O-N, let's see, S-T-I-T-U-T-I-O-N. I don't know, I think that's right. So 12 letters, write one letter on each card, each piece of paper, and then try to make words. So, for example, do you know what this spells? S-U-I-T. You know what that spells? Suit. So, you know when you get all fancy and you wear a suit, maybe to church or to a wedding. So I just spelled suit. Ooh, I see a little word inside suit. How about is? I-S. This is fun. Now, hold on. How about I rearrange these? S-I-T. What does that spell? Sit. Okay. Now, if you can't print this out, you can, on a separate piece of paper, start writing your words, make a list, see how many you can make. So that's one thing you can do with the word Constitution. There's another PDF file that will be included with the videos this week, and it looks like this. Now, in the video, the Constitution video, you should have learned that the Constitution is the law for me, the Constitution is the law for you, the Constitution is the law for the United States, and the Constitution is still the law for all of us. So you can practice writing about the Constitution. Do you have to write this? No. I have another suggestion. I want you to think about why are laws important? What are some laws that you obey at home? What are some laws that you obey at school? Have you ever broken any laws? You could write about that. Boys and girls, to become a good reader and writer, it is important that you practice. Just like I'm practicing getting better at these videos, it's taken me some time. You can practice your reading and writing. So these will be included in your Google Classroom this week, and I hope that you try one or two of them. And next week, I can't wait to see you live, and Mrs. Woods is so excited to see you as well. So next week, if you are at Lindeman, you will definitely see Mrs. Woods in a live Zoom. And if you're at Benny, you might see Mrs. Woods as well during your media time. If you're at Benny, you may see Miss Byrne in your live Zoom. Or if you're at Arno, you definitely will see me in your live Zoom. So kindergarten, first and second graders, I hope you learned a lot about the Constitution this week. Thanks for watching, and see you next week live. Bye. Hey, boys and girls. I'm going to teach you how to click on a link if you want to learn more about the Constitution. So in your Google Classroom this week in Media Lit, there will be a Google slide presentation that looks very similar to the video about the Constitution. And on the very last slide, you would pull it up after you look at it and come down to this box that's outlined in turquoise and click on one of the links. So I'm going to click on the first one, and it will take you to some Constitution Day coloring pages. And you can print those out. They're free printable coloring pages for kids of all ages. Or you could, let's go back and click on the second one and see what that is. Click on those links, and it will take you to anything that's in blue. Oh, the actual document. Okay, so
that's that. Let's go back. And these down here in the middle say upper elementary, so they're going to be a little bit more difficult, but if you want a challenge or you have an older brother or sister that wants to help you or wants to look at it, the links are right here. Let's do this. I'm also going to send, there we go. I'm also going to send a copy of the word building. Cut out the letters and use them to make as many words as you can. I demonstrated how to do that down at the bottom of this page. You can cut out the letters of the word Constitution and rearrange them and make little words. Remember, good readers, look for little words inside big words, and Constitution is a big word. And also, right here is a blank writing page for you. So if you want to write down some thoughts about the laws that you follow, or you want to practice writing about the Constitution, the sentences that are in the Google slide, you can do that as well. So that's how you click on the links. And again, can't wait to see you live next week. Have a great week. Bye, boys and girls.